The Raven. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this, and nothing more. Distinctly I remember it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books her face of sorrow, sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore, nameless here, forevermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before, so that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor and trading entrance at my chamber door." Some late visitor and trading entrance at my chamber door. This it is, and nothing more. Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there, and nothing more. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word, "Lenore?" This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word, "Lenore." Merely this, and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning, soon again I heard a tapping somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see then what thereat is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind, and nothing more." Opened here I flung the shutter, when with many a flirt and flutter in there stepped a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least obeisance made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, but with mien of lord or lady perched above my chamber door, perched upon a bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then this ebony bird beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore. "Though thy crest be shorn and shaven, thou," I said, "art sure no craven, ghastly, grim, and ancient raven wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." Much I marveled this ungainly fowl to hear discourse so plainly, though its answer little meaning, little relevancy bore. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculptured bust above his chamber door, with such name as Nevermore. But the raven, sitting lonely on the placid bust, spoke only that one word, as if his soul in that one word he did outpour. Nothing farther than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, "Other friends have flown before. On the morrow he will leave me as my hopes have flown before." Then the bird said, "Nevermore." Startled at the stillness broken by reply so aptly spoken, Gathis, said I, "What it utters is its only stock and store, caught from some unhappy master, whom unmerciful disaster followed fast and followed faster, till his songs one burden bore, till the dirges of his hope that melancholy burden bore, of nevermore." But the raven still beguiling all my fancy into smiling, straight I wheeled a cushioned seat in front of bird and bust and door. Then upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking fancy unto fancy, thinking what this ominous bird of yore, what this grim, ungainly, ghastly, gaunt, and ominous bird of yore meant in croaking "Nevermore." This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing to the fowl whose fiery eyes now burnt into my bosom's core. This and more I sat divining, with my head at ease reclining on the cushion's velvet lining that the lamplight gloated o'er, but whose velvet violet lining with the lamplight gloating o'er she shall press, nevermore. Then me felt the air clope denser, perfume from an unseen censer slung myself, and husbok falls tingled on the tuft of floor. Wretchery cried thy God have lent me, Betty angels he had sent he, rested respite and the pimpy from my melodies of Lenore. Croft, oh croft, this trime that tempt and forget this loft and o'er. Cloth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, fen of evil, prophet, starved bird or devil, witty tempered Sanja with a tempest plus to here ashore. This Olivia Arang died on this desert island, shaved in on this hole my horrors farted. Tell me truly I implore, is that dawn and gil you? Tell me I implore. Cloth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, den of evil, prophet still, bird or devil, method heaven the gens and rovers winter dawn can offer gore, of his soul a sorrow made it different in the distant gave in the shakrastra sancted maiden whom the angels aim Lenore, clasp her and raked maiden whom the angels aim Lenore, cloth the raven, nevermore. In that rude outside of thoughting word a thing that straight comes starting. Get thee back into the it rude outside of thoughting word a thing that straight comes starting. Get thee back into the tent. This down the night's Victorian so eve no back key lots of croaking of that line I saw I soap and need light omen us like broken quick my busted love my noise late my beef from that my Hogan take my foven off my lord Cliff the Raven never more. And the reaving never flicking still a sicking on the palate lust of palace just it of my javelin or and his eyes of all the seeming never beaming sad he's streaming and the lap lie or in streaming prone a shadow on the floor and my soul the light but shadow that my sluttering on the floor shall be lifted nevermore.